guys, today we're talking about how to attract more high interest women into your life. Better quality, higher quantity. That is the key recipe for finding a girl that you want to spend time with. Now, there's a couple different angles we have to look at. We have to look at you understanding the female mind and female psychology, which is very, very important for attracting women. We also have to look at you and who you are and what you're currently doing to improve your own life and who you currently are. Something that I would say to my younger self if he asked me this question. That's how I like making these videos. Like if my younger self was talking to me and asking me these questions, how would I answer? I would tell my younger self a couple of things, and I would start with this. Women love a man with a plan. They love a man with purpose. When I started my first business, I was flooded with DMs. I was flooded with attraction. Why? Because I was doing something, I was pursuing something that wasn't women. At the time, I was putting a lot of time and energy towards dating. I've always loved women. So I've loved to date. And when I shifted that energy and focus to business, I became more attractive in their eyes. Now, why is that? On a biological level, women know they're inferior, okay? They know that men are the leaders, we are the conquerors, we're the ones that take charge, and we're the ones that do things. We've built society. You can't look around and see something a woman built or invented because men do all that shit. And when we're in that mode, we are the most attractive to them. And so what I would say to my younger self is, the moment you start and find purpose on something other than women, women will chase you. I don't care what the fuck it is. You don't need to start a Fortune 500 company. You don't even need to start a company. As long as you have something on the side of what you're currently doing and you're working towards a higher vision and you have a purpose, they're going to be 10 times more attracted to you instantly. This is an extreme example, but bear with me. The Google execs, they're fat Indian, ton of female attention, right? Yes, they're rich, but they're also accomplished. And it's a mix of those two things. When you're accomplished or when you're ambitious, unattached from money, it's attractive. And so what I would tell my younger self is, dude, just have a side project that you brand as a company or you brand as some cool initiative that you can talk to women about, that women can see you pursuing, and they'll be 100 times more interested in you right off the bat because they see you actually have ambition, you actually will work hard, you'll actually conquer. That's something that you can do immediately. And you could even kind of like brand it, you could finagle, right? You could say it's a company, but you're like just starting out. You could say it's a project, you can say it's a book, you can say whatever, but have something. That really matters. Number two, I would tell my younger self, what are you doing from a personal development standpoint to increase your value in the dating market? Are you doing anything at all? Are you fat? I wasn't fat, but are you fat? Do you have a ton of acne? When's the last time you get a haircut? Do you have clothes that fit you, right? Very basic things that we should be doing for ourselves that show women we are orderly. They're the chaotic mess, okay? Women are emotional. Women are the chaotic mess. They're the ones that don't know what to wear. They're the ones that take... The last thing they want from us is that we need to have order. We need to be orderly. We need to have clothes that fit us. We need to have structure in our lives. We need discipline. We need to show that we're not fat as shit and we can get a haircut. We can maintain hygiene. Just basic orderly, which is something you should do with or without women, by the way. And that is something that is very attractive to women. And you can do that for very cheap. Work out at home, get a haircut every couple of weeks. Do these things to show that you have order and to make yourself look better. I'm not saying get a freaking nose job, okay? I'm saying do basic things that show and display discipline because they're the ones without discipline. We balance the scale, men and women, right? Masculine, feminine. We're the ones with order. We're the ones with discipline. They're the ones that are emotional, chaotic, right? We need to be the rock. And you can show that through our discipline. That's another thing I would say to my younger self. Another thing that I would say to my younger self is you need to learn how to understand the psychology of and how they operate. Women have a very hard time putting themselves in a man's shoes and understanding how we think and operate, which is why there's so many fights, right? Because I'll want to work more because I have a purpose, and they'll get mad because I'm working because they don't understand how we think. It's very hard for them to grasp our perspective. But men have an easier time grasping a woman's perspective. And so what I would say to my younger self is you need to start to understand and put yourself in their shoes and see life through their lens so you know how they think. For example, let's say you have a situation where she's pulling back because we were too pursuant, whatever the freaking word is. And you say, why would she do that? I'm doing quote unquote everything right. I'm doing everything right on paper. And I would say to my younger self, you're thinking too guy-like. They don't operate like men. Okay. If a woman was consistent with us and sweet with us and did all that, like we would love them. We're like, fuck yeah, you're great. You're consistent. They don't think like that. They think in a way that is, if he pursues me, then he's not in charge. Then he's not the boss. They want a boss. Okay. They want the power. They want the lead. So I would say to my younger self, look, in this situation, they don't think like us. They want the opposite. And it's really weird to understand because it doesn't make a logical sense. They're not logical creatures. They're emotional creatures. And so I would say to my younger self, you have to start understanding that they think very emotionally, very irrationally. They are very in their own head. They're very anxious. They're very nervous. Okay. They have a lot of estrogen in them. They are on birth control. They are on social media. Their mental internal state is normally a fucking mess. Okay. And so they like some roller coaster. They like the emotional vibe. They like the chase. They like all these things. And so what we need to understand is for high interest women, we can't be high interest back. There can only be one person that's high interest. And you're probably gonna say to me, Jay, what the fuck, man? You're probably gonna, my younger self would be like, Jay, are you, bro? Why? Why is this the game? Why? This doesn't make any sense. I just want to be in love. I want them to love me. I don't make the rules. I just play them. So there can only be one person that's high interest. And so if you want that to be her, which yes, we do, guys, then you need to be like medium low interest. That's just how the game works. Because if you're high interest to her, she's not going to reciprocate. She's going to deem you as low value. And that's just how the game works. And so we need to treat women a little bit more nonchalantly. We need to be a little bit more low to medium interest. We need to, again, redirect our energy and our focus towards whatever purpose we want to decide we want to have, or ambition. And that's the cycle, that's the dynamic that works the best. You, ambition, her, you. That's how it works. And so that's how you can attract more high interest women immediately. Another thing I would say to my younger self is, what is your confidence? This is a very raw episode. We're not going to cut these clips. Another thing I would say to my younger self is, how are we getting the volume that we need? Okay. And so like online works. And if you're on online, quick checklist, you want to not have a hyper masculine profile in a way that's attractive to men. You want to have it tailored to women. So you want clean pictures. You want to show your face, maybe one friend picture, have high quality images right after you get a haircut. Okay. No shirt off gym pics, no fish, no powerlifting, right? We're not trying to be gay, okay? Like tailor it towards women. They want to see you at dinner, they want to see you out, they want to see you whatever. And so that's number one. Number two is have quick and easy prompts that invoke emotion, and set a swipe time each day, lunch, at night, whatever, outside of your purpose. We need to get the volume up. Okay, so we got to be on more apps, but also in person. Are you talking to women ever? Like ever. And I used to be very anti cold approach, but now I'm not. And I would say to my younger self, look, get some confidence, man. It's just a conversation. Meeting women outside shows them your voice, who you are, your personality. It's a higher convert rate when you're just out and about. I'm not saying you need to like block off time and go to Target for 2 hours. But when you are at Target, have your head up. Maybe you see someone. And so we need to fix the volume issue. We need more volume. So get on more apps, increase your radius, talk to women in person. And one of the last things, again, I know a lot of people say make your videos longer, but I like when they're short and concise. One of the last things I will say, because I mean, I could go on forever, is how do you view yourself, little J? That's what I would say to my younger self. How do you view yourself, man? Do you see yourself as valuable? Do you see yourself as desirable? How's your self-esteem? Are you confident? Do you think women should be with you? A lot of internal things we should fix that'll get the external result. We can't see ourselves as a loser and expect women to like us. Women see us how we see us. It's true for the world. It's true for women. And so if we don't see ourselves with high self-esteem, high confidence, the man, they're never going to see you as the man. You can't fake it. And so listen to audiobooks, read books, say affirmations in the mirror, get in better shape, do things for your internal development, your personal development, to increase who you see yourself as, your identity, your purpose, all of these things, so that when you see yourself as more valuable, they will see you as more valuable. They will be more high interested. They will be more interested. And all of those things I mentioned in this video, I guarantee you will get you more high interest women. Because dating low interest women, pulling teeth to communicate, and getting bailed on and rescheduling, nobody wants to do that. 0 people. You should only date high interest. I am an advocate for the 7 that's high interest is a better girl than the 10 that's low interest. Because you're pulling teeth. You're wasting money. It's just a waste of your time. If you do everything I said in this video, I guarantee you will 2x it in 30 days. Guarantee you. Drop Hit that subscribe button, by the way, and then drop in the comments anything else you guys want me to add in terms of topics. A lot of cool stuff coming soon. I'm going to be launching a Telegram very soon so we can all talk and I can give you guys daily updates. Stay based. I'll see you in the next video.